Welcome to Burning Bright, a weekly podcast presenting poetry and prose from Passenger. November 7th, 2024 marks the 157th birthday of Maria Sklodowska. Most of us know her by a slightly different married name, Madame Marie Curie. The Nobel Prize website says she championed the use of radiation in medicine and fundamentally changed our understanding of radioactivity. Madame Curie won the 1903 Nobel Prize in Physics and the 1911 Nobel Prize in Chemistry, no slouch honor. She died when she was 66, of a condition she developed after years of exposure to radiation through her work. At roughly the same time, Wilhelm Conrad Röntgen won the 1901 Nobel Prize in Physics for his discovery, on November 8, 1895, of X-rays. One of his first X-ray images was his wife's hand. When she saw it, she said, "I have seen my death." X-rays, radiation. To commemorate these two major advances in medicine and the people who discovered them, 3 pieces about conditions, afflictions, cures, and coping. Liz Abrams-Morley said that her mother loved music, color, and nature. She taught Liz to engage the world, but kept much of her own past hidden. Liz said, "I spent my childhood constructing what I came to believe was her story." Here's Liz's poem, My Doctor. My doctor prescribes potassium pills or, he says, a banana a day, and I'm seeing my long-dead mother each time I reach for the fruit she taught me to eat to settle a roiled stomach. How often she'd say she was herself allergic to bananas, though yellow, the color of optimism, was the color she craved each spring. Yellow forsythia, yellow sun, yellow on a mild fruit she once called toxic, my often silent mother. Now yellow warblers blur past my streaked kitchen window. A goldfinch dips, flies off. All gray, winter. Mother in her room, face to a white wall. I learned to nourish myself. From Passenger's 2010 Poetry Contest issue, Liz Abrams-Morley's poem, My Doctor. Liz was the 2020 Passenger Poet. Mary Jo Balistreri said that in 2008 she had a cellular breakdown that affected every area of her brain and should have ended her life. But her friends, the grandmas, never lost hope. Mary Jo said she wrote The Return to celebrate that long-standing friendship, and dedicated the poem to the grandmas. We leaned forward to fit into the camera's lens, all 7 of us squashed together. Our weekly gathering celebrates returns, of spring, of the snowbirds, of my own return from serious illness. But standing in that spring field with my friends, the scarlet voice of poppies screamed, "The sun's too strong." And as I ran my fingers gingerly over buttercups, I thought, they are not as I remember. A nugget of fear lodged in my chest. Months later, as I look at my smiling face in the photo, I recall how awkward that first get-together was for us all. No one said anything except how good to have me back, how good I looked. We were all adjusting to my croaky voice, loss of hearing, of mobility. While some had returned from vacation, I had returned from the dead. I feel again the aloneness of that first excursion, how I was a stranger to myself as well as to them. The tears shed that I'd never be the same. It was true, I looked no different. Carry, like Persephone, indelible marks from the underworld. Caution and distance, less certainty, less energy. But as I write this poem, I thank the grandmas, their cards that fill a book. The patchwork quilt made for my homecoming from the ICU, each square an individual hand imprinted within. A wall hanging in my bedroom now, I look to those hands. Wake to them yet each morning. Mary Jo Balistreri's poem The Return, also from Passenger issue 50, the 2010 Poetry Contest issue. Winifred Hughes said that when we write about things from our past, we reanimate them and make them new again. Here she is, writing about an event she missed. In early March. I missed her dying. How could I not have been there after so many days of watching at her bedside, reading poem after poem, as though words could have something to do with this shutting down, as though silence needed words to contain it, as though words might be breath. Someone else heard the last. Someone else touched his hand to her eyes, while I had gone from the books that she loved into the raw poem of the marsh at dusk, in the last of winter, to see the clumps of reeds dissolving into mist, the slice of sky holding out against encroaching extinction, and the small bodies of woodcocks launching themselves into that lowering remnant of sky. Winifred Hughes's poem in early March, from her brand new book, The Village of New Ghosts. To buy Winnie's book, subscribe to, or learn more about Passenger and its commitment to writers over 50, go to PassengerBooks.com. You can download Burning Bright from Spotify, Apple and Google Podcasts, and various other podcast apps. Passenger offers a 25% discount on the books and journal issues featured here on Burning Bright. Visit our website to see what's on sale this week. For Kendra, Mary, Christine, Roseanne, and the rest of the Passenger staff, I'm John Shore.